El siguiente es un programa reservado exclusivamente para adolescentes y adultos.
Gamescom is the craziest and biggest gaming show in the world.
I want to play games.
You will endure the suffering of everyone.
This is a pretty interesting experience. I can't even describe how many different displays here, but it's pretty cool.
I'm interested. Tell me more.
So much nerdy stuff, the cosplay village and everything, and just a hell of a fun.
Gamescom is just fun. Just look around, there's so much to see.
You have doomed yourself.
So I shot him, and then I shot this other one. Shot a couple extra guys just to be safe.
Nothing quite compares to Gamescom. It is definitely the largest gaming event that I've ever seen with one of the most interactive communities. So if you feel that you were a part of the gaming scene in Europe, Gamescom is the place to be.
Shall rise at my command.
La Gamescom de Alemania es una feria de videojuegos única en el mundo.
But Gamescom is the biggest consumer games fair in the world. It's for the gamers, it's for the consumers, and that's also so great. You get, as a gamer, directly in contact with the developers, with the studios. You can chat with them, you can talk with them, discuss. Maybe if something is not going wrong, right, or something, and they appreciate your feedback.
What have we unleashed?
It's just a gathering of a huge amount of different games you can play. You can talk with a ton of other gamers, and it's just a great feeling here.
The story of the beast with those
Está hecho para los fans, está hecha para que tú disfrutes si eres cosplayer, pues para que muestres al mundo tu creación, si eres jugador porque tienes la oportunidad de probar los juegos que van a salir dentro de X meses o el año que viene.
La ciudad de Colonia en Alemania sirve de anfitriona para esta reunión en donde se conjuga lo tradicional con lo vanguardista.
The city of Cologne, the inhabitants of Cologne, they are very open people. And we have the benefit that our trade fair venue is in the middle of the city. So for us, it's very easy to bring also the fun of the city into the trade show and vice versa.
I think it's a beautiful city here, so it fits perfectly. It's, I think, the most open city in Germany, because here you're welcome everywhere.
That is the biggest gaming festival in the world. We have around 922 exhibitors coming from all over the world, covering more than 200,000 square meters of exhibition space, and we are waiting about more than 340,000 visitors from all over the world.
Probar títulos AAA antes de su salida al mercado es uno de los grandes atractivos de este evento.
It looks pretty good, it looks really awesome. We can play it on the PC. It has some Halo feeling. I mean, it's from the guys who made Halo. So it has definitely some Halo touch, and the whole story is there's a traveler which you have to defend. It's the last safe city for the humans and other kinds. The first one, it was after a while, it was a bit monotone. But I think if they have learned their lessons from the first one, then it will be really good. And they can maybe yeah, it will be even better than the first one.
This is great. Anyone want a hug? No hugs.
Welcome to Junkertown.
So Overwatch is an over-the-top, team-based shooter set in a bright, hopeful future featuring a diverse cast of heroes. At this point in time, we have 25 different heroes. Junkertown takes place in the middle of Australia in what is a abandoned Omnium. Omnium is a factory where a bunch of robots were made that kind of precipitated this huge crisis that brought about the world of Overwatch. A lot of folks can find connection in this broad, diverse cast of heroes that we have. I also think it's a well-polished game. I think the folks who worked on the game team really love working on this game, and it shows. It really is a labor of love for the entire team, and it demonstrates our affection for the genre. This is our first-person shooter Blizzard's ever done, so for us to kind of have this chance to set ourselves apart in this space has been a real honor.
El universo Star Wars no conoce fronteras y siempre hace gala de su inmensa popularidad.
Wow, isn't that trailer absolutely amazing?
I hope it's gonna be great. Because in the first game you didn't, you had some single player options to play, but that wasn't that much. And they're gonna put a whole story into this game, and I like that, and especially because you're playing as on the dark side.
Los asistentes al Gamescom pudieron probar este demo en grupos de 72 personas jugando simultáneamente.
For all Star Wars fans, it's a great thing. But even if you don't like Star Wars, I think you can find so much joy in this game. In comparison to Battlefield 1, it's not the real-time war all the time. It's more futuristic, and yeah, I like it.
Show no mercy to these rebels. May the symbiote consume you all.
I think it's quite a fun game, actually, for just a little in between when you have little time with friends. I think it's quite a good game for that, because it's kind of fast-paced, but it's fun, because the visual effects and everything is quite neat. So it's entertaining for the eyes. Each button has a different interaction what your character does, and so you're experimenting what kind of combos you can do by spamming the buttons. You don't have the jump button on, or jump function on another button, but rather the control stick, and that makes, I don't know if it makes the combat movement a little more fluid or not. But you have more options for combat moves like that, because more buttons are free, so you can use different interactions, and that's kind of cool.
El deporte rey es uno de los más relevantes en el mundo de las consolas. La franquicia Pro Evolution Soccer se renueva en su edición 2018 y los aficionados pudieron probar sus novedades.
The game is beautiful. It's a little bit slower than the last one, but I think if you play sometimes more, then you will love it. I think so. I love it because the tactics. You can play, push, slow down the game. You can bring it on the other side. There are people on the game behind that loves football. You see it like the movements of the player, the slow it down, faster.
Oh, great run, magical. Can he go all the way? Yes, he can.
Los grandes clásicos se mantienen vigentes gracias a constantes renovaciones. El fontanero más icónico de los videojuegos estrena su nuevo título con estos divertidos personajes de Ubisoft.
I really liked the demo. I really liked the strategy, and also it was very funny with the rabbits and Mario, the combination. The thing that's different is that it's a strategy game instead of an adventure game. Well, it's just very fun to play it.
Otro que vuelve renovado es el erizo veloz.
Compared to the games that the Sonic that I played on the Game Boy many years ago, it definitely changed a lot from being a more 2D game to a more 3D experience. I think that the core concept of the game still remains the same. So, like the fast movement of Sonic that you had in the old game is still in there. It just looks more polished and adapted to the games that we have today.
Y este Sonic 2, bueno, tiene el 3D, la parte 3D, el modo, o sea, digamos, el Sonic moderno, que juega en 3D, juega a la misma velocidad. Después tiene el Sonic clásico, que vuelve un poco a la dinámica scroll lateral 2D, pero con ciertos elementos 3D.
Una entrega que los fans esperan con ansia es el retorno de Samus, que finalmente reaparece en exclusiva para la 3DS.
It's very classical, but it also has a very new style. So this melee attack and these new mechanics in combat are very refreshing. I kind of like sci-fi games in general, and this cool Metroid space story is great. And yeah, so this exploring new things in Metroid is a very unique aspect.
Incluso existen nuevas apuestas por dinámicas de jugabilidad poco vistas en años recientes.
Well, it's a jump and run platforming game that brings the old spirit of a platformer from the 90s and give it a new flavor. It's really awesome. It makes a lot of fun. It's suitable for the younger audience who never played such a game, and the older generation like me who get reminded on the old games, get a real, like a retro feeling.
Los estilos de gameplay son increíblemente variados. Splatoon es una de las propuestas más originales de los últimos años que exhibió su secuela en esta feria.
My friend said that we have to try it, so we tried it, and at first I was confused because it's a new game, but after the first round I like it, and yeah, it's cool. You've got a canoe and you have to splash. There was a ship with my collar, and the most area, the group.
La estética es un elemento diferenciador que complementa algunas de las mejores opciones disponibles en el mercado.
I love really the looks. It's like anime, playing anime. So I love the story. It has a special something to it. I've played Persona. It's pretty much the same with the looks, but this one is more like, it's like childhood playing. So it looks like the child books, and I really love this look. The battles are challenging anyway because I play a lot myself, but I was kind of struggling there. I was like, oh my god, it's coming from everywhere. And
I thought the graphics and the scenery and even the music were pretty beautiful.
because they all fit together to make a really nice atmosphere, I guess. It's not fully horror game, but it has that dark atmosphere. And it combines that with like a little puzzle game, but not too hard. It's also for some casuals like me. I'm not too good with puzzle games, so I can enjoy this game also. It's not that really big games around here, like most games here. It's more like, it feels like an indie game.
Jugar es una actividad que disuelve las barreras de la edad. En el Gamescom de Alemania, desde los más jóvenes hasta los más experimentados, tienen su lugar entre los gamers.
It's a great game. I played it since the beta. Many years. You can play it with your friends together. And it's a sweet game. You can take the game around 10-15 minutes. So you can take in a break. In the evening, 1-2 hours, any games. And it's great graphic, and great gameplay.
Aquí también tienes una parte de merchandising, que es la que más me encanta. Llevo la maleta llena de figuras y de cosas.
Uno de los anuncios que hizo vibrar al Gamescom fue la remasterización del clásico Age of Empires y el lanzamiento de un nuevo título de esta saga.
I think it's a great graphics and it's easy to play. It's easy to start, and if you advance, it's even more complex. That's why you have a long time experience with this game. Advanced in Age of Empire games. I liked it to play it in 1900s, and I like to play it now too.
Sentir la velocidad en tu joystick es una experiencia que hoy supera las barreras de la misma realidad.
When we launched 4GT on the cover of Forza 6, that was a big deal for us because it gave us, I think, a real, authentic, incredible way to connect to a lot of the gamers out there. And so this is really a continuation of that partnership.
This game makes a lot of fun because you can drive all the cars you want, and it's perfectly for young people.
Gran Turismo is, like I said, more realistic than the other. Titles like Horizon or what else, Project Cars, it's more arcade.
I think a recognition that, in a way, video games have kind of become a virtual showroom for us.
If anyone likes to drive realistic, I would say try Gran Turismo.
And so when you take a look at a game like Forza 6 or even Gran Turismo or a lot of the big video games out there, customers have the chance to drive over 40 or 50 different Ford products in those video games.
I've played 3 different game styles, the one with the car, the racing, and one racing with a boat, and racing with a plane, I believe. And it was much fun because they made it very compact. They made it in about 5 minutes of gameplay. It's quite easy to control the cars and all the vehicles, and it gives a nice feeling of speed, of course.
Convertirte en una estrella del videojuego podría ser más fácil de lo que piensas.
YouTube Gaming, o sea, gaming en YouTube, es un vertical gigantesco. Es el segundo vertical más grande de YouTube, después de música. Y tenemos un app que se llama YouTube Gaming, que es casi lo mismo que YouTube. O sea, todo el contenido que está en YouTube Gaming también se puede buscar en YouTube. Hacen un streaming cuando están jugando cualquier juego, cualquier videojuego, y lo pueden subir a YouTube. Entonces, si nosotros vemos que tiene contenido de gaming, también va a aparecer en YouTube Gaming automáticamente.
La realidad y la fantasía se mezclan al combinar los mundos virtuales con la última tecnología.
What we have behind me right now is showing a mixed reality experience. It's a great way for those that are unfamiliar with VR to see what the experience is like from a third-person perspective. HTC is thought to be one of the highest-end VR products in the market today. So for those looking to experience the most realistic and interactive virtual worlds, Vive is the place to be. What we have is Fallout 4 VR being shown for the first time in Europe. There's no more immersive world than Fallout. Fallout's been out for years on a 2D screen, and people have felt through the hours and hours of play like they were there. Now you can be there.
So this is basically, it's the HoloGate. It's a virtual reality multiplayer content distribution platform. So this sounds super complicated, but what it actually is, it's four guys, or 4 people can play together in VR and have a lot of fun. It's a social experience, so people can play together, you can see each other in VR. So when you put the headset on, you're in a virtual world, and at the same time you can still see your friends that you play with, and you can also talk to them. So we have TeamSpeak inbuilt, so you can actually talk to the other guys in the system as well. I think you wouldn't want to buy it personally, but for a venue it makes a lot of sense, because people love it.
Cuando los aficionados se unen para experimentar los nuevos lanzamientos, se traza el camino que seguirá esta industria. Eventos como el Gamescom de Alemania se convierten en el escenario perfecto para estas reuniones.
Cada vez tenemos juegos más diferentes, con experiencias diferentes, que ya no hace falta que sea para los hardcore gamers.
It's nothing personal. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Fenómeno para muchas más personas, y por eso creo que hay tanta gente aquí, porque hay variedad para todo.
It's really amazing here. It's so much games. I was like, oh my god, I haven't even heard this name before. They make games. Cool.
We tackle everything. We tackle the professionals and we tackle the gamers. That makes a Gamescom so particular.
You really get that amazing experience here, which Americans get at the E3, I think.
Fear you, I do not.
I thought I'd been to large game conferences before. This blows all of them out of the water. Gamescom is absolutely enormous. It really is an impressive show.
It's just like a huge festival, basically, and they're celebrating gaming culture.
It's a big party everywhere you go. Every game is different, every developer is different. You feel that they love games and they do everything to show it.
There are many games which I don't know, but I try them and get my own impression of the games.